Well, welcome back here on the Tim Miles Show. It's this portion of the program where we like to bring in a Ram athlete, and today we're joined by senior Andy Ogide. Andy, thanks for having us. We've been trying to get you on for weeks now, and your schedule's been too busy.
Thank you. It's the grad school schedule. They got me, if I'm not in class, I'm, doing homework and that type of stuff. So
yeah,
it's tough during the day, but, maybe if you start filming after practice.
I would have been going for that, but it was Coach Miles who says
He's
have to
be
shoot this
free
thing.
Throws after practice.
That's
so
right.
That's true.
Well, hey, you must have been shooting a lot of free throws because your free throw shooting has been outstanding. Andy, of course, is senior. He's having an all-conference type of year. And, kind of reflect on the year so far. 18-8. You've had great crowds. It's been a nice senior year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a great senior year. It's kind of how you envision it to be. I mean, maybe a couple more wins, but other than that, I mean, it's about as good as you can, wish for your senior year to go. And just hopefully we just keep it going and, just continue this great ride for a senior year.
Tim, how about his senior year so far? And again, when we say an all-conference type player, we're talking first team. He's one of the top 3 players in my mind in the Mountain West Conference. Did you expect this type of year out of Andy?
Well, we'd hoped, and you always expect a guy's going to keep getting better. Andy, I really appreciate Andy. He second team all-conference last year, and when he came from Ole Miss to CSU, everybody was jumping out, And Andy, at first, I think there was some skepticism. Is this a good thing? Like any player would, but he bought in and he came in and he has embraced CSU and CSU basketball as I want to be a guy that helps change this. As an invested guy, and that's you wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to do that, and I appreciate that from Andy. The other thing is he's just gotten better in all areas as you go out. You can't find an area that he hasn't improved on. Offense, perimeter shooting, ball handling, defense, rebounding, leadership, you name it. And this guy has just gotten better and better and better. And when you look at him, a guy like Adam Nygaard that's gotten better, Travis Franklin that's gotten better, all of those guys like that, you wonder why the Rams are better. And to watch that trend and how those things parallel each other is pretty cool.
Andy, of course, from Marietta, Georgia. It's right outside Atlanta. Started his college career, as Tim mentioned, at Ole Miss. So you decide to leave Ole Miss after your freshman year. Mm-hmm. Why Colorado State? How did Coach Miles sell you on coming to Fort Collins?
Well, before I even met Coach Miles, Nico Medved, I'd known him and my AU coach knew him. And my recruitment was real crazy. And, experience at Ole Miss, it was what it was. But so he got me down here on a visit. I didn't want to go on too many visits. And I met Coach Miles, and I just liked his energy and just the vision he had and just the opportunity that I felt that I had here. And I loved it. So, I mean, I didn't really go on any other visits. I just pretty much just committed here.
Yeah, and that's a long ways away from Oxford, Mississippi and Atlanta, Georgia. Had you been to Colorado prior to coming out here?
I had never been to Colorado, and I kind of had my reservations at first because my sister, she visited CU, and I remember she was kind of, she really didn't like it when she was in high school, so I didn't know what to expect. And but I came out here and I loved it. It wasn't what she had said it was, maybe just because Boulder and Fort Collins are kind of a little different. But, I came here and I loved it, and, that's it.
Yeah, Fort Collins and Boulder are very different with, like Fort Collins is
I'm not saying anything.
Little place. Hey, I've lived in both places. Fort Collins is a better place to live. I'll go out there and say that. Hey, Tim talked about you kind of refining your game. You've brought the game outside the arc, especially in the last few weeks. Has the coach have to green light you on that, or did you just kind of say, listen, I'm a perimeter player too?
Just a little bit of a green light and that he gave me, and just a little bit of I have the open shot. I got to shoot it. I think I can make it, so I got to keep shooting it.
I didn't red light him. Right? That's what happened. He takes his own green light now. All right. So Andy's a good perimeter face-up shooter. I mean, he could make 15 to 17 feet shot. I said, if you work on your threes and you chart them out in the preseason and your numbers are good enough, you can shoot them in a game. That's what he did. His numbers were good enough, and he shot them. Well, there's probably 1 or 2 times that he's taken one I prefer he didn't, but at the same time, compared to that, some of those other guys, well, it's about the way it goes,
Yeah, well, when teams scout Colorado State and Andy Ogide, they have to put he's a three-point shooter on there.
I think it's going in. He doesn't shoot shots he shouldn't shoot. I mean, when he takes them, he's open. They're good look. He's in balance, and usually it's pretty close to right onto it. I think he had one rattle out the other night against UNLV. That was, if that goes, that could have changed a whole bunch of stuff in that first half, but it didn't go.
Yeah, Andy, as you look towards the rest of the year now, there's only 4 regular season games left. It's astonishing it's gone this fast, but kind of give me your thoughts going into BYU, Air Force, and certainly that San Diego State game. What does this team have to do to go dancing?
We just got to keep winning. Just got to find ways to win. We had our chances at BYU and San Diego State here, and we didn't capitalize on them. So, now we got to go on the road. And as weird as it may sound, I like how we've been on the road. I think we've had a good mentality, in every road game we've had, except for maybe the TCU game and the Wyoming game. So I like our chances, and I think that we're going to go in there and battle. And, when you're battling, anything can happen. So we just got to keep going in, keep fighting, and find a way to win.
And Tim, I mean, you can't be a good road team if you don't have good leadership and good seniors, can you?
Well, he just said it. He said exactly what a coach would say, but they also live it. Our guys realize that. They realize when they're probably not at their best. They realize what it takes to be successful on the road, and that makes coaching. That's the good part. You've recruited the right kind of guys with the right kind of mentality, and that's why we've had some success. We're not ready to stop yet, and we know it's an important week, and we're ready to go out and battle.
Okay, Andy, thanks for joining us. Best of luck at BYU. Okay, Andy Ogide, he has been stellar all season long. The Rams will need him coming up down the stretch. We'll take a break from men's basketball, talk some women's hoops when we come back here on the Tim Miles Show. Stay with us.
Alexander Porter thinks about a three. She's going to cross over and go all the way through the lane, scoops through and hits the layup with the right hand.